about the EX raid feature by now. Pretty much, if you haven't heard of it, it's an invitation system for raids. They're called exclusive raids. Formerly now they're called EX raids. So basically, you can get invited to a raid after you beat another raid, a raid at that gym before. So you can be invited to this exclusive raid to battle a powerful Pokemon and catch it. It's basically a normal raid, except you need to be invited to it instead of you can't just show up and do like a normal raid. So let's get started with everything we've learned about EX raids, because the first 3 just happened. So we can talk about everything we learned real quick. Alright, so first thing we learned is when the invitations were actually given out. You can see here what it looked like. It had GPS directions, had a picture of the gym in the background, so you know, if you forgot, what the gym looked like, you knew it. And it also had the raid times, which they were all 2 hours, which some people were upset about because they were hoping they'd be longer. But I think 2 hours is pretty reasonable. So the first one was in Japan last night. If you are in the U.S., or it was actually in the middle of the day in Japan, because we're on opposite sides of the world. The time zones are different. So depending on where you're from, it was either yesterday or last night. But pretty much the other 2 happened about 2 hours after this video goes up, and they were about the same as the one in Japan. So all 3, can all kind of be grouped together as the first EX raids. So that was the invitations. So all of them gave out Mewtwo, which was pretty cool because Mewtwo is a really coveted Pokemon, and a lot of people are probably happy to see that it's starting to be released. So yeah, the raid boss is pretty awesome. The raids, actually, as they function, are pretty much the same. The rewards are the same. The amount of balls you get are the same. The only thing that is different is the graphics in the raid. So the actual timer, which you can see here, and the little icon that shows inside the gym once you've beaten the Pokemon. They're slightly different. The icon has a Lugia face, which is different than just the Rhydon normal raid face. And the timer on top is black instead of orange. So pretty much just little aesthetic things that don't really change gameplay and just kind of, make the EX raid seems a little more special. This is also, in case you're wondering, what the gym will look like if there's no EX raid, or if you don't have an invitation for the raid, it just looks like that. Pretty much a normal gym, except there's no Pokemon on top, and you can't really interact with the gym like normal because there's an actual raid going on, but you can't see it. So, alright, so if you're wondering, the Mewtwo had a 6% base capture rate, which is another different thing because it's slightly higher than Lugia at 2%. Also, the dogs are at 2%, and Articuno and the birds had a base capture rate of 3%. Why can I not say that? So Mewtwo is significantly higher than the other ones. So that's pretty good. So that if it's really hard to get invited to these things, so you can actually have a pretty good chance of catching it after you beat the raid. So that's about all the information we have for these first 3 beta raids. So if you want to be invited to one of these, you just kind of have to hope that you get selected for the next beta rounds. I recommend just doing a lot of raids, and right now it's probably pretty unlikely that you'll get in, but we'll see where Niantic goes from here, as they might open it up a lot more and maybe have hundreds of gyms have these EX raids, or maybe they'll only have another round of 3. Because what they said is they want to fine-tune this feature so that it is good for the masses, and they would like to tweak things as they go along. So we'll see what they do next. We really don't know, so just watch my social media. I'm on Twitter at MrPokemonGo. If anything, any updates, if there's more raids, EX raids, I will tweet it out. I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. So that's about all we have for the current EX raid info. Let's move on to a little more less big news. So the raid eggs are actually back. If you noticed, it's pretty interesting change, because it was actually, Niantic said, a bug from GoFest when they went right to Pokemon instead of having eggs. So that's kind of interesting, but they fixed it. So there is 1 hour of egg and 1 hour of raid. So I don't know, a lot of people don't like that change. Shout out to Hunter Martin, you'll understand. He really does not like this change. He was very vocal about it in our group chat, and he watches my videos, so I thought I'd let him know. Yeah, the raid eggs are back, whether you like it or not. I personally like them because you have a little chance to get a group together, and, as a more rural player, I think this feature is pretty good. But as a city player, I could see where it would be really annoying to have this hour of raid egg where it's really not necessary. So I think maybe Niantic could tweak it based on how many gyms are around, how long the egg stays, or, you know, just listen to the players, go on Reddit. A lot of people will give you their opinions and you can follow from there. Alright, and in a little more personal news, I did my 7-day streak, so you can watch that clip real quick. Alright guys, so we are about to spin my 7-day Pokestop streak. No idea what it's going to be. This is kind of a new Pokestop for me. I haven't, well, not a brand new Pokestop, but I haven't spun it for 7 days yet, so it might be different. Here we go. No, not another Sunstone. No. Maybe I got 2 and I got lucky. Nope. Well, still hunting for the Metal Coat, guys. It's my 7-day streak. Yeah, I got a Sunstone. So that really sucks, because as you probably know, I need 1 more Metal Coat to complete the Pokedex. So I have to wait another 6 days, because I got my streak today, obviously, in order to get another chance at a Metal Coat. So hopefully, next week I can get a Metal Coat. I'm trying to spin the different stops for every 7-day streak, because I've heard that maybe spinning the same stop for your 7-day streak can make it only the same item, which I think is a decent theory. So I really don't want to risk it, and I'm just going to different stops. So the next video, obviously this was another sit-down video. I'm sorry. It's hard. School, soccer, activities, life is hard to go play Pokemon Go. But that's okay, because I'm going to be staying at my grandparents' all weekend long. And as you may know, my Uncle Kurt can drive me around, or not drive me around. He plays too, don't worry. He likes it. We can go do raids and stuff in an actual populated area. So that's going to be really awesome. I might even be able to get a video up by Saturday and then have another one on Monday. So that's 2 really, you know, fun vids for you guys to watch. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter. And that's going to do it for today. Stay tuned for some more awesome videos.